Okay, so we are gonna make some garlic bread and an Italian pasta recipe that my cousin, who actually is from Italy, gave to me. So it's like the real deal, and it's really good. Have you ever made like from scratch pasta sauce before?
I think we have before. We make Alfredo, and we used to do like Alfredo cheese, milk,
Flour, milk, and cream. Yeah. Okay, so you know a little bit. So this one's a little weird because we actually use a blender to make part of it, which is probably a new thing. Normally you don't blend up sauces. But, so one of the things that I want to teach is, so being able to like self-regulate in the kitchen and making lots of different things at the same time. So we're actually going to make the sauce at the same time as the pasta, at the same time as the garlic bread. It's totally fun. But yeah. Okay. Oh, and I need a can opener. Hey, Anna. Do you have a can opener?
Can opener?
Mm-hmm.
They do, but it doesn't work very well.
Okay. Because mine doesn't work either. I just realized that. And I don't know how to use Lindsay's.
I mean, you can try and use mine. It doesn't work
I mean,
very well, though.
I know she's, yeah. We'll use this one. Okay. So,
That won't work.
we're going to start with these guys. So what we have to do, these three need chopped. We're going to chop them and then saute them. And then they're going to go in the blender and then they go back in the saucepan. So, and another thing is, I am going to leave it up to you on how involved you want me. So if you want me like right next to you and chopping things at the same time, I will. But if you want me to like be hands off, I also will do that. So it's up to you. Whatever you are comfortable with. So while I'm outsiting our lovely ugly duckling onion, will you rinse these two off? Perhaps. So when does winter break start for you guys?
So it's actually not until the 20th.
What?
Yeah.
That's so far away. Oh my goodness.
Sad.
When does your semester start?
We actually do trimesters.
Okay.
And we it starts the second trimester starts right after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's like that Thanksgiving break is the difference between the first
Yeah.
and second times.
Huh.
Let me take the card.
Good. And let me know if it gets too hot in here or too cold.
It's perfect.
When we first moved in, our heater was broken. Well, okay, I guess it wasn't broken, it was stuck. So it was 80 degrees in our apartment for the first 3 or 4 days until they could come in and fix it.
So torture.
Alright, so you probably know how to like dice stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so will you start dicing him? And I'm going to get some water boiling. And we'll just kind of go from there and see how it goes.
Okay.
It's open! No, you just missed her. Do you want me to tell her you stuff it? Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. It should be pretty quiet since everybody else is gone. Lindsay and Rosie are both out doing bingo with some people I know. We're both home. And I think Marley's in her room and Madeline's at work. So it'll just be us and Anna. Okay. You're good. So what other lessons have you done today?
So I actually just came from my sports photography lesson.
Oh
That was fun. Yeah.
That was good?
Got to go outside into the gardens, and it was so pretty with the new, like, the snow stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and we could take pictures out there. It was super fun.
Nice.
That's actually the only lesson I've had this whole semester, so
Really?
yeah. Normally I have more, but I haven't. They've been a lot.
I know there
my
wasn't a whole
siblings.
lot of us that were doing the older age group
Yeah.
in the class this year. I think there was 4 or 5 from Mariah, and I think there was only 3 of us that Well, so 8 of us in total in your guys' age group.
Yeah. Most of them were for like my little siblings, but it kind of depends. Like sometimes we'll get my little siblings to get like 2 or 3, and then we'll get the rest of them. So it really varies.
Okay.
So how small do you want these?
Do all this loveliness off there. Let's do, so cut them in half again, and then widthwise.
Okay.
Because they'll get chopped up in the blender, so we don't have to worry about getting them too small right now.
Okay.
And that's another thing that I really like about this one, is that I like my sauces a little bit like chunkier, but I know some people like them a little bit smoother, so you can just do it however your preference is.
Yeah. Pasta is literally like my favorite. Oh, I love pasta so much.
So I picked good. Good.
Yeah. I ask my mom to make it like for dinner all the time. Whenever she does, I'll help her make it, because I'm like definitely a pasta girl.
I remember, I mean, you probably don't remember me from when you came the one time to class, but I did remember you saying that you did like pasta, the food lessons especially. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll do one of those. That could be fun.
Yummy, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect size. And I can chop the onion if you don't want to make your eyes water.
I remember in my other cooking lessons is chow mein, and it's the first time, because my mom or someone else told Dolly to do the onions.
Yeah.
That was my first time doing it, and I remember I was like, I'd never actually like gotten an onion before, cut an onion before, and I got it in my eye.
I
was like crying, and I was like, I have no idea, because I've like never done that before, and I was like crying at the lesson.
Onions and spicy peppers like terrify me when I'm cooking. Because, you always forget that you have it on your hands. And then you go to, like, brush hair out of your face or fix your glasses or whatever, and you get it in your eyes. And it's horror. Okay, you can put that in this when it's all chopped up so that there's room for the other ones. Sweet. And again, my involvement is totally dependent on how involved you want me.
Okay.
And you said you were really into sports, right? Are you playing any this year?
Yeah, I'm doing volleyball and track.
Nice.
And up until this year, I've done basketball as well.
Which one's your favorite?
I don't know. Probably volleyball. That's just like super fun. There's like a lot of seasons, and like there's actually like 2 seasons. So you get like to play it like a lot. So it's not just like to play it like once a year, but you get to play it like a lot more.
Right.
And like the seasons are like longer, and I like team sports. Get to know your teammates and have a super fun time with that. And like volleyball is super fun. Just.
Do you think you're gonna keep doing it in high school?
Yeah, probably.
You should. That's definitely way fun.
That's what all my siblings have done, at least played one sport. Alyssa did volleyball. She's my older sister until she tore
so it's
both ACLs.
So it goes Charity, and then
me, and then Bryce, Brigham, Elias, Celeste before me.
Okay, and then it's Alyssa and Bethany that are older, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it Alyssa and then Bethany, or Bethany and then?
Bethany and then Alyssa. Bethany's the one that's in Nebraska.
Oh.
With.
Why is she in Nebraska?
Her husband's in med school.
Oh.
So
okay. Cool.
Having fun out there. Misses us. We FaceTime them all the time.
Good.
Yeah, it's sad. They're going to Oregon to visit her husband's parents this year for Christmas. They alternate.
What part of Oregon, do you know?
It's a little town called Grants Pass. It's kind of in like over kind of by the coast-ish area.
Oh, I love the coast. Have you ever been to the Oregon coast?
Yeah, we went there actually this summer and went up. It was super fun. We went on this huge trip. Technically it was California, but it was like 10 minutes away from the border. It was like 10 minutes away from the border. And like we went to the Redwood Forest.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go for spring break one year. It's just beautiful.
So pretty.
They're huge.
So big.
Did you go to, I don't remember what the official name of it, but it's like this giant stump. They cut the tree down, but it's huge. There was this big plaque about how they had dances on this huge tree stump because it was so big.
That's awesome. That's so big. They were huge. I remember, like, here, with the pine trees, I guess. it get pretty big. But other than that, like.
Did you guys do the whole, hands family picture around the tree?
Yeah, it's super fun. We have like we have a big family, and then we have like all the other people. So we had like there was this one, and we had like 16 people wrapped around this one tree. It was so fun.
That's crazy.
And we barely reach it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so fun to go there though. We went like to all of the old like shops and like because it's a pretty old town. And they had like all of their shops, and they had like it was really cool. They had like a 60s car parade.
Oh, do you want any water or anything?
Super fun. I think I'm
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Trash.
You're good. Okay, so do you want to chop the onion or do you want me to chop the onion?
I'll start and then we'll see.
Okay. We can each do a half. I keep trying to look up tips on how to make it less awful, but I haven't found anything that's worked yet. And I've got another knife that's got ridges on it if you want to try that.
Just holding away from the bag.
Yeah, you can try that one too. That might help.
We used to think that putting on sunglasses would help me. And so every time I cut onions, I'd put sunglasses on.
Yeah.
That was one of my trying tricks, I guess.
Did it work?
A little bit.
Kind of.
Yeah. It just made
How did that start?
I don't even know. I think I was just doing it, and I think for some reason, someone had sunglasses on when they were cutting an onion, and then I decided to do it, and it's okay, but I definitely it main thing that helped me is to help me from touching my eyes, or juice from spraying up and getting my eyes. But other than that, it wasn't a super good precaution. But
right,
yeah,
I don't know. I've heard that if you don't cut off the stem of it, that it helps it not be as aromatic. So I've tried that, but I've always ended up cutting off the wrong end. I've also tried perfume under the nose. Doesn't help. It's just miserable.
Actually, right now it's not bad. So
good.
See.
Well, and I also should forewarn you, our foamer that we're going to use is really loud because it's really old. So I apologize if it hurts your ears.
Oh.
Everybody goody, right? That's how the saying goes.
Yeah. Our blender is super loud too. Every time we use it, my mom will bring it into the other room and shut the door.
I feel really bad in the mornings when we all get up in the morning and make smoothies for breakfast. It's when there's someone still sleeping, because there's no way that it doesn't wake them up.
Okay.
Awesome.
So I wash my hands before I accidentally touch my eyes.
Yeah, please don't. So do you like spicy foods more or more sweet?
Yeah. It depends. I really like both. So my dad went on a mission to Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so we have a couple things that we still eat from there. We had to
You ever had kimchi?
Yeah, my dad
Did you like it?
I don't actually think I've tried it, but my dad has it all the time. He'll put it on his rice and stuff. But yeah.
Each their own.
Yeah, I'm not I haven't really tried it, but we do this. It's called Shing ramen, and it's spicy ramen.
Yes.
We get that all the time, and we have it every single Sunday. And we put it's called duck, but it's not actually duck. It's little rice patties in it, and meat and hot dog pieces and stuff, and that's super good.
I don't know how you cut for so long. I'm already wondering. Alright, that should be good. I think I just must be super susceptible. Because, yeah. Okay. So, do you know how to saute vegetables? Have you ever done that before?
Sort of. I've stirred them and stuff. I haven't done that on my end.
I mean, it's really simple. Just a little bit of oil in a pan, salt and pepper, and just cook them until they, not mushy exactly, but I don't know. I can't think of any good words for it. so that is heating up. This is a good one to do like at school. I mean, obviously, you know, you're not into college looking yet, but I like it because it's super easy to do and it's really cheap.
Vegetables don't cost.
Thankfully, not. Yeah. Sorry, my eyes are probably really red.
No problem.
Alright, so all together, doing this, blending it, and then adding it back in the pan should take about as long as it would take to boil the pasta. So we're going to put the pasta in, and then about halfway through the pasta's cooking time, we will put the bread in the oven and have it broil. So, there's that, and then, what's that over? Good. About 10 minutes. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. We're not. No. Set a timer for 10.5 minutes. Cool. Alright, so go ahead and put it in. When I was little, my grandpa came and babysat my sister and I for a little while. This was my mom was pregnant with my younger siblings. And we wanted to make macaroni and cheese. So to test like how hot the burner was to see if it was ready to put the pan on it, because apparently you heat the burner up before you put the pan on, according to my grandpa. He licked his thumb and then he put it on the burner. Like really quick, so it didn't burn him. He was like, nope, not ready yet. And so ever since then, for the first couple of years after that, until I knew better, I thought that in order to test how hot the burner was, you're supposed to lick your thumb and then touch the burner. Until the unfortunate, occurrence where I burned my thumb. So now, I just put it in because it's a little bit safer. Alright, so we need these guys. We're going to salt and pepper it before we put it in the blender. So we need a teaspoon of each and then 2 of the garlic.
Okay.
I guess we won't use this one till later. This one now I can fill it. It's okay. Oh, I can use one of these ones. Use that one.
Okay, please.
It's almost empty.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
And it's back.
Okay.
We've got other ones we can try if it doesn't work.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about having 6 roommates is that there's never a shortage of salt and pepper.
There we go. I think I got it.
Ha! I don't need to use the big one.
Okay. I'm gonna do just put it in.
This big one? Yeah. So this is actually a trick that I learned here. Supposedly, if you put a wooden spoon over the top of a boiling pot of pasta, you know how like it gets all foamy? It's supposed to not boil over.
Nice.
I have yet to have positive results, but it does help. And then same thing with pepper, just grab one of those guys if that one doesn't work.
Okay. These are so cute.
Thanks.
Little chef.
My little chef dudes, I love them. I almost dropped one the other day and about had a heart attack. It's close enough. Yes, just kind of sprinkle it on, and then you'll use the spoon and mix it all up.
Okay.
Sauteing kind of annoys me because it takes a lot of like focus to make sure you don't accidentally fold it. So when you guys are at home, who does the cooking, mom or dad?
Depends. My dad is always like the barbecue guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll do it if it's barbecue, or sometimes he'll do like other things, like when my mom's not home.
Yeah.
He's always like a good chef. And then, but normally it's my mom.
Gotcha.
She'll do the pastas and the casseroles and some other things.
So what's your favorite thing that your mom makes and your favorite thing your dad makes?
Probably my favorite thing my dad makes is, well, it's not really makes, but we have like little smokies, which are like these little teeny, like, almost like kind of hot dog things that you cook. And then you like, put them in like this really good sauce. I don't even know what the sauce is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like barbecue or something. And it's like super good. And we make them every Thanksgiving. And we have weird, so we have like do it different. We have like a lunch and appetizers. So we have like it's kind of fun. We have to do like a cracker tray and a vegetable tray, and we make it up all fancy. And we have like a cheese ball in the center. And I have like little smokies and like.
So are they like wrapped in anything, or is it just like it's like mini
little ones, and you like put them, you cook them all together and stuff. But those are super good. And then we all have regular Thanksgiving dinner like at 6-ish. So yeah, it's a fun family tradition. The reason why is because when my parents were in school in Chicago, they had Thanksgiving dinner with this one family, and because they figured out like eating dinner later worked better with the kids like nap times and stuff. So that's what they did, and they had appetizers, and so my parents did appetizers.
Nice. I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good.
So that's Thanksgiving tradition you said, or is that Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. So what's Christmas?
Ooh, Christmas is yummy. So every morning we go up and we have like, you have to remember the night before house, but we go up and right before we see presents or anything, we have like, it's super, like at 6 o'clock, we go up and we go to my dad's room, wake him up, we sing him a happy birthday because that's his birthday. And then we all go downstairs into the dining room and we eat cinnamon rolls and hot chocolate for breakfast.
Oh,
and then we go out and we do about every year, youngest to oldest or oldest to youngest, and go out and look and see the presents, and we go one by one. And so we have like sheets up so nobody else can see. And it's so funny watching little kids that have to wait there like sitting there like torturing. It's like torture for me. But my little one, my sister, she literally read up like a contract. And it had like witnesses and signature and like all the stuff saying that we would go oldest to youngest one year. It was super funny. That's our wonderful Christmas.
that sounds fun.
Yeah. So you just go cooking your guys' house.
Usually mom, she does a lot of it. Sometimes, I have 3 siblings, an older sister and then a younger brother and a younger sister. So Amanda and I, she's the oldest, sometimes we'll help out. We're kind of lazy when we're home though, because it's really nice not to have to cook for yourself. So, but Christmas, we usually do, I don't know, we've never really been like a turkey family. We usually do ham. We do Christmas ham and a Thanksgiving ham, because nobody really likes turkey in our family.
Yes, but
yeah. All the kids sleep in the same room, and we do the whole like 1 by 1 thing too, and it makes people crazy. My dad, every single year, so nobody's allowed to go downstairs until everyone is up and ready, because all our bedrooms are on the top floor. Like we're not even allowed to peek. So we sit there outside their door and we're waiting. Still do it, but he'll go and he'll take a shower and he'll dry his hair and he'll get dressed and he'll maybe read a little. And we're sitting out the door like biting our fingernails off going, Dad, let's go! Makes us crazy. But it's fun, so.
Yeah, we've done that occasionally too. Just sit there. I remember one Easter we had to clean up and we had to clean up our house before we could go out and find our Easter baskets.
That's killer.
I always have to feel bad about it because every year Bryce tells me where my Easter basket is hidden.
You find them first?
He like finds me, he'll be like, hey, don't go over there. And like, he'll give it away.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, don't go over there. Because if we
Don't go over there, wink.
wink and we're like, also, yeah, for Easter Sunday, that's like my family's like big thing on my mom's side. And they all like go out and we go Easter camping. We call it Eastering.
Yeah.
And we like go out into the Utah and like the big rocky areas and like Advocate Valley, Goblin Valley, and we'll go camping. And then parents like hide Easter baskets like all over the rocks. And so you have to go and like hike and find them. And I remember I was super frustrated because like my parent like actually like accidentally like switched the Easter baskets. So I was looking for an Easter basket that somebody else already had. And so I spent like I was looking like hiking around looking for an Easter basket until like noon. And I got at like 7 or 8 and I was hiking all over looking for it until like noon. And then I figured it out, like it was where the very first place kind of went at like 6 in the morning and it was past an Easter basket, but I didn't think it was mine. And so I spent like 4 hours looking for it.
Hey, good exercise, right?
Yeah. It's super fun though, like hiking around.
I think we are just about ready to give it like 30 seconds and then it's a blender.
Okay.
And I'm hoping, I think it's big enough that we can get all of it in at the same time instead of having to do it more than once, but we'll just kind of see. So. Alright, so turn him down on this one. Okay. The last time I used this blender, I made a mistake of not making sure that the face was all the way on tight. It's a nice smoothie, and I poured my milk in, and it just went all the way out the bottom. Okay, so let's use one of these guys. So we have to burn my fingers, and we'll just scoop it in this. Yeah. That's fine. Here we go. Colander. So while you're doing that, I am going to slice some of this bread real quick. I can get it open. So if you had to say if you had an absolute total favorite meal, what would it be? Ooh.
Christmas breakfast is pretty good, but I think for meal, I think it would probably be my mom makes this really good chicken Alfredo.
Oh,
And
yum.
we do it like Parmesan cheese sprinkled there and garlic bread. That would be like a divine dinner.
Awesome. That's all right. I think we're good. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, it's my mom's. I apologize. So. I know it looks kind of a little nasty, but I promise it'll taste good.
And then about that.
I was pretty skeptical when Antonio made it the first time too. When he pulled the blender out, I was like, "What are you doing?" washing back in there. I should use this spoon if we need to get any else out. Doesn't it look just so good? Oh, I'm sorry, you probably think I'm a little crazy.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, just put that there. So do you help your parents cook a lot when you're cooking and stuff?
It depends on what we're making. If we're making something I like, yes, I will help. If we're making something I don't,
Yeah.
no, I'm not really a helper.
Alright, just go ahead and mix that. And then we're gonna add 2 more teaspoons of this garlic.
Okay.
And I actually messed up and I put this in a bowl too early, so I'm gonna take it out. Off the heat. Otherwise, we're gonna have mushy pasta. That's good. So, I'm gonna go around you, don't move backwards.
Okay.
Awesome. Did you add the garlic?
Oh, no.
So 2 teaspoons.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So that, just mix it all in, and then we'll let it simmer while we do the bread. Right there. Alright, looks good. It's off a little bit so that it's actually like you can be spreadable. It's pretty soft bread. Cool. So this is what we're going to use to make garlic bread because we don't have actual garlic bread. So we get to experiment a little bit. Alright. So with this, I actually have discovered that I like using this kind of bread more than I like using, do you want to cut it? Do you want me to?
I can go.
Okay. And you'll want them about that thick.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, I just have discovered I like using this bread a little bit more than like the French bread baguettes. I just think they taste better.
I love garlic bread.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever had cheesy garlic bread?
Ooh, yeah. It's super good. Yeah. Actually, sometimes another one of my favorites that my mom makes is she'll make French bread pizza. And so it's like
bread pizza?
So
What is that?
So you have these, and this is like your pizza, and you put, I would put like ranch, barbecue sauce, cheese.
You blocked me at the ranch. We actually just talked about this with my roommates and I today about, I'm gonna slip past you. Ranch on pizza and cold pizza. I just can't. I just think it tastes gross. It's bizarre to me.
And we do like sometimes do like tomato sauce or just different types, and then we'll put like different toppings on, like pepperoni and cheese and all that stuff. It's pretty good.
And it turns out good?
And you just
steal
cook
your
it.
bread. Aha.
That's one of my favorites.
Nice. That is new. I've never heard of that before. We'll have to try it. And probably that should be plenty. I think we can get those all in this one pan. And you, if you like it, are more than welcome to bring any of this home. I have containers I can send with you.
So you want me to finish this loaf, or is that good?
If you want to, you can.
Okay.
We won't be able to fit them all in the one pan, but we can always make more.
I think this is good.
Awesome. And here is the butter knife. And the soft is the top. Top is the softest. Soft is the softest. Because that made sense, right? Now you can go home and make dinner for everybody.
Yeah. I'll have to tell my mom that I have an excuse to make pasta now.
Yeah, there you go. And I also wrote down all of the stuff that we're using it's in my lovely, not so pretty handwriting, but I wrote it down for you if you want to take it home so you have the recipe.
Okay.
I won't ask you to memorize it all.
I remember one time chocolate chip cookies for a lesson
Yeah.
when I was younger, but I forgot the recipe, but I decided I knew it enough to try to make them anyways.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, we had very interesting cookies that came out together.
Yeah, how did that turn out?
Well, not very well. They were flat
Oh.
and they were super flat and dry, and they were like burnt almost. They're like super, like it was
Not fun.
No, it didn't turn out as well as it did in the lesson, but
That's so sad. Chocolate chip cookies are probably like my very favorite dessert. Like go-to kind of sweet.
comfort food. Yeah. I like chocolate chip cookies, or I like snickerdoodles with milk.
Snickerdoodles with milk. I can't say that I've tried that.
Yeah, that's another one.
Awesome. So, I know that it says on the recipe to do 2 to 3 tablespoons, but what I like to do is I just kind of sprinkle it till it looks good. So, grab one and start sprinkling away. It's open! Probably Spencer. Our FHE Brothers likes to come over and like not ding dong ditch because we don't have a doorbell, but knock ditch our apartment. It's great. It's great. I mean, all good fun. They're good guys. But so anytime somebody knocks and you say come on in and they don't come in, it's probably Spencer. I was trying to go really light. This one. Awesome. Okay. So, this goes in the oven and it's already on broil. Go ahead and take that on over there. And we'll leave that in there for probably 2 or 3 minutes till the butter is all done. Awesome. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how hungry are you?
Yeah.
Because I know that you're possibly going to be eating again later tonight, because I know you're helping out with the ward thing. So you are in no way obligated to eat.
Oh, I will
bunch.
eat this because this sounds like super yummy. And it looks and smells super yummy.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably say 6 or 7 at least.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how mad would you be if I said that we weren't actually eating it? Is that an 11 face? Quite possibly. What if I told you it was for a good reason? Like, sick girl in my ward reason.
No, that'd be good.
Okay.
As long as I get to taste it.
What would you say if I told you I just semi-lied to you about that to see how you were going to react? Sorry.
Hey, you're fine.
My family is really big into jokes. So, if you ever come visit us, you will be subject to lots of good-natured teasing as such.
Well, I come from a family who does that as well.
Good. Alright. So go ahead and serve up how much you want. I'll check this guy. Looks like they are ready. So the back of this oven cooks a little bit faster than the front, so these ones are a little bit more brown, depending on how dark you like your bread. Awesome.
It's such a pretty picture on your wall.
Right? I like it a lot, actually. Like, go ahead and spoon up. Go ahead and use yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not one that we got ourselves, so we don't get to keep it. But that's okay. There's always others. That's all you want?
Oh, that's what I'll start with.
Okay.
Might get more after.
Gotcha. You don't have to wait for me. Although I do want to see first bite reaction face, so. I always get nervous when like other people try things that I've said are really good because, you know, you never know if they like it or not.
That's really good.
Are you faking me? Okay, good. Is it chunky or too smooth
I
or
think it's really good.
good? Oh, I can sit. Good, good. Do you want water?
Sure.
Awesome. Ice or no ice?
We'll do a little bit of ice.
Okay. One thing I don't like about living in an apartment is that fridges don't have the water thing in them. The water in the sink.
That's what we have too. We used to have one that you could get like water from in the fridge, but now we don't. And so
Yeah.
like it's really weird. Like
This out of the way.
you have to, and like the water temperature thing was broken, and so you have to like wait for like 20 seconds like for it to get cold.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't have ice, and so we had to like got the little ice trays that you like pour water in, and you like crack it up.
I'm just really glad we don't live in Utah because their water from tap is really gross.
That's really good.
I am glad you like it. I was worried because, you know, you never know what people like.
Oh, that's really good.
Good.
It's like a perfection.
Well, you did make it, so pat yourself on the back. But yeah, so I mean, it's super easy, cheap. It was like maybe $10 for everything. So then, you know, for one person, that's a week's worth of meals. So what classes are you taking in school right now?
So
Do you guys get a pick?
we get to pick some of them.
Mhm.
So there's like a lot of classes that are required, plus one elective per try. So like last try, my elective was art, and that was super fun. And then this try, it's PE, and the next try, it's like computer science. So there's my elective, and then everyone's required to take like math, English, social
Right, of
studies,
course.
science. Yeah.
Mhm. Do you have a favorite class?
Let's see. It's probably PE, just because that's like a nice break from sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
Especially since like
How big is your school? Like, do you guys have do you go to a big middle school?
So we actually have like super weird setup. So
Mhm.
it's like K through 4 is elementary, 5th and 6th is middle school, 7th, 8th, and 9th is junior high, and then 10th, 11th, 12th is high school.
Who
So it's, like, super
decided
weird.
that?
I don't know. It's like
Okay, so
super weird.
junior high then. Do you have a big junior high?
Pretty big, yeah. I would say I haven't been to like a lot of other junior highs, but it's pretty good size.
Like, do you guys have your own sports program at the school?
So yeah, so we have like so there's like it's really weird because for sports, freshmen are like can try out for the varsity squad. So like you can be
Really?
a freshman at the junior high but play varsity. And like
Wow.
that's what my sister did. And so like she
That's
had to
awesome.
always like ride a bus over to the school for practice.
Is that charity?
Yeah.
Cool.
But and then like there's also an 8th grade team. And for some sports, 7th graders can try out for the 8th grade team, and some they can't. So for volleyball, 7th graders can try out for the 8th grade team. And then there's like an A team and a B team
Yeah.
for volleyball. And for basketball, there's one team that 7th graders can try out for, but it's mostly 8th graders. And then for football, there's like
then.
yeah, for football there's like just an 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's freshmen. So like it's really weird how everything works, but
So is that the same for all of the schools here? Or is it just the one school district?
so actually like everybody in Rexburg goes to Madison School District. But like in Rigby is like normal, like K through 6 elementary. And then like 9th through 12th is high school. And like all the IF teams like Skyline. All those teams, Bonneville, like all those teams do it normal, and we're just weird that way.
I wonder why that decision was made. That seems bizarre.
Yeah.
I went to the same school from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade.
Really?
Mm-hmm. All we did was switch hallways.
Wow. Is it a pretty big school?
No. My, quote unquote, graduating 8th grade class was, I want to say, like 60 something students.
So small.
Yeah, it was very small. But it also was weird because, so I grew up north in Alaska, which is school up there for my K through 8. And it's so bizarre. I like to see how different states do their schooling. So up there, kindergarten through 6th grade is elementary, and then 7th and 8th is middle school, and then high school is 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So like coming here and, there's elementary, middle, and junior high and high school. That's just bizarre.
Yeah, it's super weird how they do it.
Mm-hmm. So were you born in Idaho? You've been there your whole life?
Yeah. So it's kind of weird. My parents like moved around a little bit when they were first married.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually don't know where my oldest sister was born. Somewhere in Utah. And then I know Alyssa was born in like Payson.
Okay.
But that was when they were like super, super young. And then they moved to Chicago for school.
Mm.
And lived there for a couple years. For like 5 or 6 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Until a year before Charity was born, they moved to Idaho, and we lived here for like, I don't forget how many years it is.
Well, she's
15 years, I think.
Is she 15?
She's 14.
She's 14.
So I think we lived with
So
about
probably
15,
around
16
years,
years.
yeah.
So, yeah, but a lot of people here have lived here like a long time.
Yeah, it's one of those areas where it seems like you're kind of grandfathered in. Like your parents lived here, your parents' parents lived here, your parents' parents' parents lived here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sauce is so good.
Yeah. And if you want more, I mean, there's a ton.
Okay.
So please eat more.
This is so good. I'm done.
So do you want to take some home?
I think I'll take some.
Okay.
I don't know, my little siblings might not like it. So,
Yeah.
as much. Like, I have a brother that, like, won't touch pepper,
Mm-hmm.
but I know all my older siblings would love this.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we can send you home with some.
Okay, that'd be great. It's
Mhm.
so yummy. Oh, I love it so much.
Glad. I am very glad. So will you go to the same high school as Charity?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, right now we're in the same school because I'm in 7th and she's in 9th.
Right.
And so, yeah, we will be at the high school. So, when she's a junior, I'll be a freshman, so I'll be in high school, but I won't be at that high school, if that makes sense. And then when she's a senior, I'll be a sophomore, so I'll be there for 1 year with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I've actually been with her for a year at all of my schools,
Oh yeah.
which is nice.
Mm-hmm. I have always been too young to be like in the same high school as my older sister. And then when we moved, she actually went to a different high school than I did for the last year that she was in high school.
That's interesting.
So I've always wanted to go to school with one of my siblings, like be like in the same hallway as them. I've always thought that'd be super fun. Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
Finally.
Our hallway is really loud.
Yeah, well, my house always has someone screaming in it, so.
Oh, well there you go. You're used to it. And the neighbors upstairs have also been nice and quiet too. Normally they're like, we call them the elephants because they kind of pound on the floor as they walk, which sounds really mean, but we've asked them to be quieter and they haven't. But there's only a week left, so it's okay.
So is this your last semester, or are you still here?
I wish it was my last semester. I'm gonna get a snack. I just realized. So I have next semester and one more semester after that, and then I'm done. Well, by done I mean student teaching, and then done. So I have a year and a half, a year-ish, somewhere around there left. Not short enough. Ready to be done. But it's a good experience, so.
So what are you majoring in?
I am an English education major, so I want to teach. I actually want to teach high school. My dad says I'm crazy. He's like, why would you want to go back there? Wasn't that like the worst 4 years of your life? No, Dad. It was fine. Do you know what you want to do yet?
I have some fantasies, but
Do
not
tell.
really.
That sounds exciting.
Well, I think it'd be super fun to be like a sports photographer or like a sports caster and work at BYU. Because like sports, I love sports. Just be able to like talk about sports all the time.
That'd be right up your alley, but yeah.
And like be on campus all the time, or like be a photographer and just like be able to take all the cool pictures and get paid.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to go to BYU Provo?
I'm on the side, yeah. Depending, like, yeah. I guess I've got a while before I need to decide, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know.
It's 5 years, right?
I definitely want to go to school at BYU. Just which BYU?
Mm-hmm. Anna has actually been to BYU Hawaii before she came here. So she could tell you stories about that one.
Yeah. I think his husband went there for a little bit for his mission.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it's pretty cool.
They have a funky semester system they operate off of, though. So, I don't know. I like it here.
Yeah, that'd be fun to be able to like stay close to my family. The main reason I'd want to go to Provo would be because like if I want to play sports.
Right. Because you can't do that here.
Yeah. So that's one reason I'd go to Provo.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like my sister Alyssa, she's there now, and my older sister went here. So like if I'm like kind of comparing my Alyssa, she was like really cool and stuff before she like went to Provo, but like she's loving it there, and she's like almost like a different. She's like she's not a different person, but she's like super happy, like loves it out there, and she's like goes on like a whole bunch of dates and stuff, like stuff that she never did in
good
high
area
school.
for it.
Yeah, and she's like had a really great award and time, and she like talks about how much she loves it, and she'll like go to all the sports games and like is having a really fun time there, and Bethany had a pretty good time here too.
Yeah.
So that's like I don't really know what I want. Yeah.
Well, I mean, both of them, all of them, have really great environments.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't go wrong with whatever you choose.
They both sound like great choices.
Yeah. Another thing that will help too is when you, I mean, you know, this is all a couple years down the road, but when you figure out what you want to do, like for your major, that'll help determine too where you go. Because there are some majors that they have at BYU Provo that they don't have here, just because it's a bigger school.
Yeah. So like policy runs.
Yeah.
Plus like they specialize in different things.
Right. Their biology program, like if you were going like doctor stuff, is amazing. My sister does that right now because she's going to go to med school. Their nursing program I've heard is pretty good. Their English department is okay. The only reason why I wanted to go there is one of my favorite authors actually works as a professor there. So I wanted to take his class, but I am here. So I don't get to, but that's okay.
It's just so yummy.
I definitely will send you with the rest of them. So that is number 3. So we did something good. I'm gonna make sure it has everything on it. Because I wrote it when I was waiting for you guys to come, so. Butter, salt, parsley, and oregano. Like I said, I apologize for my handwriting because it's absolutely atrocious.
A lot better than mine.
Do you need more water?
I think I'm good.
So you guys have a award Christmas party tonight?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is there a theme?
Not really. It's like a every year we do like a award party.
Mm-hmm.
And we've done different things, but this time it's like a Christmas extravaganza, or I guess it's like a carnival. And they're doing like games and like booths, and I'm actually helping with it.
That was super fun.
Mm-hmm. And they're having like Santa come.
Yeah.
With the little kids and stuff, so that'll be fun.
Nice. I think we can, oh, that went a little longer than I thought, but I'm gonna sneak over here, sorry. We'll let your dad know that we're all done here. But yeah, well good. So which booth are you helping with? You're good.
I don't know yet. She just like kind of the release society president is kind of like running it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's asked for like volunteers to help with booths, and I volunteered, so I don't really know what I'm doing yet.
Something. So you're 7th grade, so 12 or 13?
13.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of the older ones. My
Cool.
birthday's in September. So.
What day?
23rd.
One of my really good friends, hers is on the 14th. So it's always, I love asking people for their birthdays just to see, like, that's the same day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big football year. The likelihood of finding a birthday buddy is pretty slim, but.
Yeah, my friend found one at the temple, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She was going to the temple, and, like, we were laughing because, like, her birthday's on April Fool's. And so it's, like, super funny. And she's doing it, and I was like, April Fool's Day. And then she was like, we were talking, because we always talk to them, because I go to the temple quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she was like, really? And she's like, that's my birthday. And so they have their birthday buddies. So that's kind of fun. And I'm birthday buddies with my uncle. We have the same day, September 23rd.
Alright, he says to point you down the stairs, but I don't want to send you down there yet because I don't think he's there. So we'll give it a couple minutes, and then I'll walk with you down there. That way we don't leave you out in the cold. But let's clean up real quick and get some pasta sauce and container for you. And do you want any garlic bread too?
Sure, I'll take it.
So we've got 2 container choices. You want the giant jumbo or the little guy?
I'll do the little guy.
So go ahead and scoop in there as much as you want. And this will be a quart one. Oh, that's too small. That's too big. This one. And I'll give you another one so you can put the pasta in one and the sauce in another. Because you can put them together, but I'm not a mixer person. I like to keep my food separated. So.
Let's wait till like just the pasta and this one.
Do you want all 4 of them or do you just want 2?
I'll shake it.
Okay. Because I know those ones are the lovely burned ones. And then right up there in front of you, and this big guy. Just grab one of those ones. Yeah. I'm gonna just take them out. Cool.
My mom moves like always slow. She doesn't say the word. She says, well done.
Well done. Well done. Like a well done steak. So do you have any more lessons this semester, or is it just the 2?
I have a cupcake every day, and that's the last one I know of.
I totally just slid it on my face. You don't see any red dots, right?
No.
Okay, good. I was such a messy eater when I was a kid.
I'm still
brother
there.
and I were awful. He was worse than I am, though, so it's okay. Like,
As long as you're not worse than me.
yeah, right? That's the drummer and that are good.
That's good.
Okay. That's always the tell-all, you know? If you're a messier eater than the brother,
And you've got a
that
problem.
is scary. I still tease him actually. So when he was little, like baby age, like 2, we could not feed him spaghetti in his clothes because it would go everywhere. We're talking like noodles hanging off the ears. Everywhere. Yeah. Okay, these guys are still? Okay, he's there. He's not hot enough to open your hands. So I think that's everything. Oh, and wrestling. We'll make sure we send you with that. But yeah. So do this so it doesn't feel like mixed and everything. I can give you a pack to carry those in.
Okay. We save those too.
Yeah.
They're so big. There's so many things.
It kind of smells a little funky because our mop in there hasn't washed it. So I apologize for the stinky bag.
No, that's how.
Okay. So there is that. I'm going to turn this guy off. And